Airport operations related to snow and ice control can be a complex, dynamic, and demanding endeavor. It requires vigilance and a heightened sense of awareness by all stakeholders. With vehicle drivers working in multiple locations, the airport operator, air traffic controllers, and pilots must work in concert with each other to achieve both a safe and effective outcome. Vehicle drivers in the movement area and air traffic controllers have the challenges of increased radio communication and decreased visibility during snow and ice control operations. Together, working with snow and ice control teams, airport operators, air traffic controllers, and pilots will recognize factors that may indicate a need for surface condition assessments. To facilitate these time-critical assessments, a letter of agreement, LOA, between the airport operator and the air traffic control facility is recommended because it can help identify when runway access will be necessary to conduct a surface condition assessment or contaminant mitigation. It can also outline when known triggers will necessitate an immediate closure due to deteriorating or changing conditions. Equally important is generating and distributing surface condition reports via the Federal NOTAM system, FNS, and other communication methods to pilots and corresponding air traffic control facilities. It is crucial that both the airport operator and air traffic controller meet prior to the winter season to discuss a winter operations concept and conduct training and/or exercises well before the first snow and ice event. A key component in responding to winter events is an effective Snow and Ice Control Plan, SICP. Guidance for developing a snow and ice control plan can be found in AC 150/5200-30, Airport Field Condition Assessment and Winter Operations Safety. Keeping the plan current and detailing the responsibility for all stakeholders will ensure the plan is functional and cohesive. Proper airfield familiarization training is key to prioritizing and sequencing surfaces during snow and ice control operations, particularly for new vehicle and equipment operators. A best practice to prevent the loss of situational awareness is to ensure equipment operators have the current airport diagram, ensure appropriate radio frequencies are known and posted in each vehicle. Situational awareness that are problematic for air traffic controllers are reduce visibility from the air traffic control tower during certain weather events, transition period involving personnel/equipment team changeover, snow and ice control team entering a runway without proper clearance after runway are declared open by airport operations, snow and ice removal crews clearing a closed runway but crossing active runway without clearance, clearing taxiway connectors and using an active runway as a turnaround point without clearance from air traffic controllers. All have the potential to result in a runway incursion and possible conflict with aircraft operations. It is also important to note that other airport visual safety cues, typically visible during normal conditions, may not be visible during winter conditions. Affected items may include partial or full obscuration of airport markings, drift or windrows blocking airport signs, runway or taxiway lights covered by snow, infrastructure blocked or covered by snow. Each are normally used as geographical reference points at the airport. Best practices worth highlighting include radio communication exchange language handouts or conducting pre-season exercises on effective communications between the air traffic control tower, airport operator, lead coordinator of equipment operators, and individual equipment operators. At larger airports, airport operations may designate an individual to serve as an air traffic control tower coordinator, who can help coordinate snow and ice control activities between aircraft operators, airport operations, and air traffic control, and coordinating access to the movement areas. Otherwise, a snow and ice control communication center of any size can help facilitate operations to enhance the safety of winter operations. During all snow and ice removal operations, good communication with various stakeholders is of the utmost importance. Good communication begins with a well-coordinated snow and ice control plan, and the exercise thereof prior to the winter season. An LOA between the airport operator and the air traffic control facility establishes preferred methods and procedures for assessing the runway according to aircraft operations at the airport. Opportunities to identify and discuss methods to alert the airport operator to changing surface conditions. Equally important is good communications between air traffic controllers and the pilot. As appropriate, air traffic controllers request pilot braking action reports from pilots after landing and rollout to be aware of changing surface conditions, and to aid the airport operator on condition triggers that might require new or updated runway condition assessments. Pilot-reported braking actions provide critical feedback on airfield condition trends. Airport operators should monitor these reports as a means to evaluate and improve conditions. Pilot reported breaking action descriptions are subjective and require the airport to verify conditions to ensure a safety hazard does not exist. Unconventional or non-standard terminology used in reports are still good indicators of potential changes in conditions. For example, surfaces described as being slick by a flight crew or stating they had a hard time making the turnoff should prompt an immediate assessment by an airport operator. These condition descriptions can be an indication of a poor or degrading condition. Pilot reporting braking action of nil will trigger an immediate closure of the affected surface until the airport operator can conduct an assessment and/or appropriate mitigation. At non-towered airports and at airports when the air traffic control tower is closed, the importance of the Common Traffic Advisory frequency cannot be overemphasized. The CTAFT is an effective tool for broadcasting in the blind for airport vehicle and equipment operators to periodically provide location-specific information, intentions of the vehicle operator, updated airport surface condition information, recently issued NOTAMs. Likewise, pilots will typically use CTAFT to broadcast their position relative to arrival and departure, report surface condition concerns when affected by contaminants. All CTAFT users must remember to look, listen, and locate. Timely and accurate condition reporting, coordination, and disseminating information by the airport operator via the Federal NOTAM System (FNS) provides confidence and credibility that surfaces at the airport are safe for aircraft operations. Field condition NOTAMs (FICON) are produced by the airport operator when contaminants are present, updated at least once during each shift or in accordance with any established known ice control plan for the airport. Although a runway condition report NOTAM may be accurate for several hours at a time, it is advisable for airport operators to update the runway condition report NOTAM more frequently, which conveys to pilots that conditions are being monitored. Frequent condition assessments are especially critical under continuous precipitation, falling temperatures, and blowing snow. The coordination and timeliness of disseminating FICON NOTAMs becomes crucial because receiving NOTAM information may take longer to reach some air traffic control facilities. For non-towered airports, the FAA recommends that NOTAMs for runway closures, snow and ice control operations, and any other lengthy maintenance activities be directly coordinated with their overlying air traffic control facility, TRACON or ARTC, when the operation will begin in less than 60 minutes. NOTAM concerns seem to be more of a problem at non-towered airports or airports where snow and ice control operations and aircraft operations are ongoing after the air traffic control tower has closed. The airport operator will utilize and disseminate the appropriate NOTAM that is sufficient and benefits their efforts for snow and ice control operations at the airport. This may involve issuing a runway closure NOTAM, an aerodrome closure NOTAM with prior permission required, a work in progress NOTAM. A best practice is to discuss the type of NOTAMs to be used to report snow and ice control operations during any pre-season stakeholder meetings used to review upcoming winter operations. The challenges of winter operations and the snow and ice removal process can be managed through advanced preparation, good communication, timely assessments, and reporting. For airport operators, the primary dissemination method for reported airport condition information is through the Federal NOTAM system. These winter operation procedures should be described in an airport snow and ice control plan, which should delineate stakeholder responsibilities. By putting all of these useful tools into practice, the airport operator and other stakeholders will be more prepared to ensure safety during snow and ice control operations at the airport, and ultimately create a safer environment for the public.